Hopefully everybody can hear me. Hello, everyone. As I said before, my name is Dr. Joseph Huber, and I'll be presenting our research on the impact of flexible working schemes on organizations and organizational cultures in the media and communication industries in Bangladesh. I was the co-author of the research along with my colleagues, Ms. Hamida Mosharraf Moniea, who is a senior lecturer at the Department of Management in North-South University in Bangladesh, and also Tasnim Tarannum, who's a lecturer at the Department of Management, also at the North-South University in Bangladesh. So in today's dynamic business environment, organizations worldwide are increasingly adopting flexible working arrangements to adapt to evolving trends and enhanced employee satisfaction and productivity. This research investigated the impact of flexible working schemes on organizational performance and culture within the media and communication industry of Bangladesh. Flexible working arrangements, including telecommuting, flex time, and part-time work, offer employees greater autonomy over their work schedules and locations. Despite the potential benefits such as an improved work-life balance and increased job satisfaction, an adoption of flexible work practices also presented challenges, including communication barriers and concerns about accountability and career advancement. The findings reveal both positive and negative outcomes associated with flexible working schemes. We believe that the COVID-19 pandemic accelerated the adoption of flexible working by necessitating remote operations supported by advanced communication technologies. As part of the study, we developed a conceptual framework to contextualize the findings, highlight the interplay between organizational policies, external factors, cultural shifts, and performance outcomes. The framework offers insights for organizations seeking to navigate the complexities of flexible work adoption and underscores the importance of aligning organizational strategies with external factors to optimize the implementation of flexible working arrangements. By addressing the benefits and challenges associated with flexible working schemes, the study provides valuable insights for industry practitioners and policymakers alike, informing strategic decision-making and policy formulation in the evolving landscape of the 21st century workplace. We acknowledge some gaps with the research that were available. The first was a limited exploration and identification of flexible working arrangements across organizations. This gap underscores a lack of comprehensive studies, which led us to conducting our research. The second was a lack of specific research in Bangladesh's media and communication sector, as we were unable to find a study that had been conducted focusing specifically on the prevalence, acceptance, and effects of flexible working schemes within this industry. The objectives of the study were to investigate the prevalence of acceptance rates of flexible working arrangements among media and communication companies in Bangladesh, also to evaluate the impact of flexible working on organizational productivity, also to examine the influence of flexible working arrangements on company culture and employee job satisfaction, and to identify the challenges and constraints faced by the media and communication companies in implementing flexible working schemes, and finally, to offer recommendations for optimizing the implementation and management of flexible working programs within this industry. We feel our study has several managerial implications, which included practices and effects of flexible working arrangements, a nuanced understanding of relationships between flexible working schemes, workplace productivity, and organizational culture, identifying best practices and enhancements opportunities for the implementation of flexible working arrangements, educating policymakers and industry executives about the implication of flexible work, and providing valuable insights for industry practitioners and policymakers regarding the transformative potential of flexible working schemes and highlighting how workplace evolution responds to societal and technological changes. Our literature review explored several aspects of the media and communication industry in Bangladesh. This included various sectors of the industry, the influence this industry has, the current state of industry, and the recent rise in the use of telecommunications. In addition, our literature review explored general benefits, the healthcare sector, and also banking sector with regard to flexible working schemes. We also explored the impacts on gender, mixed results within other industries, and potential drawbacks to flexible working schemes. And finally, we examined the pre-pandemic flexible working schemes within Bangladesh. The theoretical background involved several theories to provide a robust theoretical lens from which we analyze the results. This included Maslow's hierarchy of needs theory to explore satisfaction and productivity by addressing psychological, safety, social, esteem, and self-actualization needs. We also used Herzberg's two-factor theory to explore job satisfaction, which stems from intrinsic factors such as recognition and accomplishment, and job dissatisfaction stemming from extrinsic factors like working conditions and policies. We also use the theory of social exchange, which suggests that favorable treatment leads to positive responses in social relationships. Then we also use job characteristic model, which highlights the role of job design in fostering motivation and satisfaction through 5 core dimensions that enhance psychological states of meaningfulness, responsibility, and knowledge of outcomes, improving satisfaction and motivation. And finally, Edgar Schein's culture model, which helped to explore how flexible working arrangements shape organizational culture through artifacts, espoused beliefs and values, and underlying assumptions. The methodology for this was a qualitative study, which was meticulously designed to explore the interplay between organizational culture, flexible work arrangements, and their impact on organizational performance within the Bangladesh's media and communication industry. To ensure inclusivity and comprehensive in participant responses, the questionnaire was available in both English and Bengali. A goal-directed sampling strategy was employed to select 40 participants from 10 organizations across 5 key sectors, which included broadcast, digital, outdoor, online, and print media. Data collection was conducted through a semi-structured interview lasting approximately 45 minutes each, allowing for a detailed exploration of the participants' views on organizational culture and the adoption of flexible work arrangements. The interviews were designed to encourage open-ended responses, providing rich qualitative data for analysis. Ethical considerations were paramount, with the strict adherence to confidentiality, privacy, and informed consent protocols in line with established ethical guidelines and standards. Participants in this study reported several positive outcomes associated with flexible work arrangements. One significant benefit highlighted by participants was the improvement of work-life balance. Additionally, participants emphasized the role of flexible work arrangements in increasing job satisfaction. They mentioned how the autonomy to customize their workspace and work schedule positively impacted their sense of control and engagement. Furthermore, flexible work options were found to reduce commuting stress among participants. The ability to work remotely or adjust work hours saved them time and energy previously spent on commuting, leading to a more relaxed state at the beginning and the end of the workday. Flexibility in the work environment was also associated with greater autonomy and freedom for innovative thinking. Participants highlighted how having the freedom to structure their work enhanced their ability to generate innovative ideas. Moreover, flexible work policies were perceived as enhancing inclusivity within the organization. Participants noted that the Accommodating diverse needs, such as different working hours or locations, created a supportive environment for everyone. And finally, participants reported higher levels of engagement resulting from the flexibility provided in the structure for their work. They noted that aligning the work with their preferences and lifestyle increased their motivation and investment in their tasks. So we also found that the participants identified some negative impacts associated with the flexible work arrangements. Communications challenges were highlighted, including misunderstandings due to lack of face-to-face interaction. And to address this, participants emphasized the importance of clear and regular communication through various channels. Furthermore, maintaining effective teamwork and collaboration requires intentional efforts in flexible work environments. Participants mentioned that the use of virtual meetings, collaborative online platforms, and regular check-ins to bridge the gap caused by physical separation. Ensuring accountability and monitoring employee performance in the flexible work setting also posed challenges. Participants emphasized the need for trust and transparent communication, along with regular check-ins, goal-setting sessions, and performance metrics to maintain accountability. Moreover, participants noted the potential for inequities within the teams of organizations of flexible work arrangements if they were not implemented thoughtfully. They highlighted the importance of establishing clear guidelines and fostering inclusivity to address potential inequities. And lastly, negative impacts on employees such as isolation and career advancements concerns were identified as contributors to high turnover rates in organizations with flexible work policies. Participants stressed the importance of addressing these concerns through transparent communication and initiatives that fostered a sense of belonging. So, in the dynamic landscape of Bangladesh media and communication industry, the implementation of flexible work schemes is linked to a range of external factors shaping organizational strategies and employee preferences. This led us to develop a framework that you see here to better understand the influences to investigate the organizational changes in both positive and negative impacts. We found that there were external factors for both organizations and employees that influenced the desire for flexible work schemes. These ultimately impacted the performance of the organization as a whole. Based on the framework description provided, there were several propositions that we made that should be considered for implementing flexible work schemes. The first proposition is that the successful implementation of flexible working schemes is contingent upon the alignment of organizational strategies and external factors, including political stability, regulatory frameworks, industry trends, and technological readiness. Proposition 2 included organizational changes resulting from the adoption of flexible working arrangements, which include shifts in communication tools and technology, performance management and accountability practices, work design, employee well-being programs, legal and compliance considerations, and communication training strategies. Proposition 3 was the adoption of flexible working schemes with both positive and negative impacts on employees, which in turn affects organizational culture and performance. Proposition 4 was the adoption of flexible working arrangements which had both positive and negative impacts on organizations, which influence organizational culture and performance. And then these propositions provide a comprehensive framework for understanding the dynamic of flexible working arrangements within the Bangladeshi media and communication industry and their implication for organizational change and performance. So to conclude, our study investigated the transition to flexible working schemes in Bangladesh's media and communication industry, highlighting its profound impact on traditional employment structures. In short, the biggest takeaway from our research reveals that positive impacts and flexible working schemes have an organizational performance which outweighs the negative impacts And those negative impacts that were cited by the participants are manageable within the organization. So I just want to say that references are available upon request, and I thank you again for allowing us to present our research. And with that, I welcome any questions that you may have.